When you're a family, you're bonded by blood. You sweat the same sweat. You cry the same tears. Yeah, I don't know if you pee the same pee, but I'm sure there's some similar DNA in there. The point is, family is the one you're supposed to count on to watch your back. As Dom Toretto would say, family is the most important thing you could ever have. But what happens when family turns their back on you and sues you when you guys win $1 million in a lottery jackpot? Well, that's the question I'm going to hope to answer today in this absolutely wacky story from 2019 when an aunt and a nephew won the lottery, but then the aunt sued the nephew because his name was also on the ticket and they were trying to split the reward between the two of them. Now I'm going to show you some news footage of this situation, but like I said, this is from 2019, and in internet time, that's pretty much like we're looking back on the prehistoric past, like we're watching dinosaurs roam the earth. So you might be familiar with this, but if not, you're in for a doozy.
It was all smiles after Barb Reddick and her nephew Tyrone McGinnis picked up their big win, $1.2 million Chase the Ace jackpot. But it didn't take long for things to turn sour when both were handed separate checks for $600,000.
Chase the Ace winners is going to court.
Man, who's shitting her adult dopper? I've never seen a grandma this angry before, let alone over her and her nephew winning the lottery. Typically, this is a celebration, you know? Hoopla! We won the lottery! We're millionaires now. Well, half a millionaires together. But still, that's a heck of a lot of money. You should be rejoicing. But no, this grandma, she's going off her rocker. This is the type of person that if you went to her house on Thanksgiving and she fixed a Thanksgiving dinner, she wouldn't let you eat any of the food because she fixed that food. And Granny's cooking is only for Granny. You go get your own food, chump.
I'm taking him to court. It was my ticket.
Why's that?
Because I bought the ticket. And now he's trying to lie and say I said split. I said split with the 50-50, not with no Chase the Ace. I'm taking him to court. I'm getting my lawyer tomorrow.
Granny is on the verge of tears right now on a day that most people can only have wet dreams about. The day they hit it big and win the lottery. Many people would trade their right testicle to be in the position that she's in right now, but instead of being grateful and splitting the money with her own family, she's like Mr. Krabs out here. She only sees green and her eyes are like dollar signs. And I'm sure if the video was above 144p, we could even see her puffing smoke out of her ears like a cartoon character and turning red from how angry she is.
Both names are on the winning ticket.
I put his name on the thing. I told him for good luck. Now he's lying.
And as you just seen right there, both of their names are on the ticket, which means both of them have a right to this money, so they just split it 50-50. And even if she did just put his name on there as a good luck charm, that means he definitely deserves half of the money, because that means the good luck charm worked, because you won after you put his name on there. So the good luck worked, so why not give him half of the money? That doesn't make any sense. Greed is just oozing out of her pores right now, and this is a really good way to get put into a nursing home and have no one come visit you. Even have nobody show up to your funeral where you're going to be buried with your money if you win the lawsuit, which I do know the outcome of that, but I'm not going to spoil it for you just yet. That's what I'm going to hop into now and give you a bit more backstory from this article that I read. So once again, this is a picture of the ticket just showing that both of their names are on it once again. And by the way, this took place in Canada, so that means there's going to be no taxes on this lottery ticket. That's how I understand it works. Very surprising from someone living in the United States where the U.S. takes about half of everything you get, whether it be lottery winnings or salary or what have you. So that was very shocking to learn that they didn't take a bunch of money. I guess they're not as greedy as those people up on Capitol Hill. But anyways, if you go through the article here, it says that it just tells you that they won $1.2 million in the grand prize in a Chase the Ace draw in Marjorie Forks in July. And since both of their names were on the ticket, they were issued both a check for $611,319.50. Some pretty life-changing money right there. And apparently also, the nephew was the one who bought the ticket for the aunt. But the aunt still claims she never, ever planned to split the money with the nephew. That doesn't make any sense. His name was on the ticket. He was the one that bought the ticket for her, but she never planned to give him any of the money. It sounds to me like he's the one who had all the luck, because she put his name on there for a good luck charm, and he was the one that went and got the ticket, so that means he's a pretty lucky dude. So if I was him, I'd go hit the jackpots again, man. I'd go to the casino and start yanking them levers and everything. I'd even test my luck of walking through traffic. Now I'm gonna skip to the climax of this story because I know it's what you've been waiting for. You're on the edge of your seat right now, waiting to hear if she actually took her nephew to court. What's the conclusion to this silly story? Well, she did take her nephew to court, and she kinda won, but kinda not, because she didn't get all the money. She got $850,000, and the nephew got $350,000. And by the way, I think this is just one of the stupidest moves she could have made. Getting a lawyer and going to court over this, that's going to lose a big chunk of the lottery money that you just won into the pockets of the lawyers. They're going to steal your money like the Grinch stole Christmas, like a bully taking lunch money from a smaller, weaker child. It's just the dumbest decision you could have made in the moment. Maybe negotiate with the nephew, say like, hey, I'll buy you a car if you give me all the money. Maybe he's dumb enough to take take that deal. And try to swindle him out of it, Maybe tell his mom. Maybe make his mom give you the money. But yeah, that's the conclusion to this goofy story. It ended up being like a 70-30 split, something like that. I didn't do the math. But I do want to read a quote from her. She said, "I'll never put anyone else's name on a ticket," said Reddick, "especially family. It hurt." That quote confuses me so bad. She'll never put a family member's name on a ticket because she don't want to help them out. She don't want to give them money. And it hurts her physically to put a family member's name on a ticket. It physically hurts her for her family to win the lottery with her is what that sounds like. And she continues and says, "He broke my heart, and I think about it all the time." And obviously, the article does continue and say that these two haven't spoken since it happened, obviously. And they used to be kind of close before this lottery fiasco. So it ruined their relationship. Their family bond has been severed, cut in two with a sword. It's just been absolutely mangled. And it's definitely all on the aunt. She caused this. She brought doomsday upon herself. She ensued Armageddon. And she's, reaping the the consequences of her own actions. Anyways, that's it for this absolutely wacky fiasco. I do want to end it off with a quote of what she said she's going to do with all the money that she swindled from her family. With the latest payment, she's planning a trip to New York to see Tyler Perry. And then going on a cruise. That just sounds like the most old person vacation I've ever heard. What a way to turn a great day into one of the worst in your entire life. I'm sure the nephew is never going to forget this. It probably honestly really, really hurt him, I would imagine. Because not even did his aunt just completely turn on him and try to steal his money. She ended up taking some of it. She stuck her hands in the cookie jar and took a bit out, which is sad. They deserve the 50-50 split if you ask me. His name's on the ticket. He bought the ticket. 50-50. If anything, give him a little bit more. But anyways, I'll catch you in the next one.